Miau und willkommen zurück zu Let's Play Virtue's Last Reward. Nun werde ich auf Betray drücken, damit er uns nicht nochmal betrügt. Aber wahrscheinlich wird es so sein, dass er jetzt auf Ally gedrückt hat und dann fühlen wir uns wieder kacke und ne. Und dann kommt wieder, aber letztes Mal hast du was anderes gedrückt. Ja komm, zeig mir jetzt die Results. Hat er jetzt Ally gedrückt? Oder wirklich Betray? Das ist ja klar. Oh. Hier hat jetzt auch jemand Betray gedrückt. Quark hat 9 BP. Und wir sind bei 0 geblieben. Okay, ich hab dich durchschaut. So, you picked Betray.
Leading to a draw, it would seem.
You don't feel bad about it or anything?
I could ask the same of you.
Okay, yeah, I guess that's fair.
I had thought that you would choose ally.
If I had, then you'd have 9 BP right now, wouldn't you? Nice try, but I'm not gonna let you get out of here that easily.
As I told you before, even if I were to reach 9 BP, I would not necessarily leave immediately.
Das hab ich aber anders gesehen.
I might choose to wait until everyone else had also reached 9 BP.
Yeah, well, I considered that. Didn't seem likely.
Then you do not trust me.
Well...
No need to apologize. Trust must be earned in a game like this.
Ja, und alles, was ich von dir bisher weiß, ist, dass du drauf stehst, auf Zero Junior zu reiten. Says the guy who told me to trust him so he could betray me.
Indeed. Clearly, I don't deserve to be trusted.
The honesty is refreshing, but that's really not the brightest move.
So you chose Betray too, huh? If you just picked Ally, I'd have 9 BP right now.
Ja, und keiner will, dass du hier rauskommst. Du kannst von mir aus der Einzige sein, der hier drin verrottet.
Why on earth would I have done that? There's no way Clover would have chosen Ally when you had a chance to betray her and get to 9 BP. Are you an idiot or something?
Bunch of smartasses.
So, you chose Betray?
Of course. Luna's bracelet is already off.
Ja.
No risk of a penalty for her now.
That brings Quark's BP up to 9.
Are you worried that he might try and get out?
Nein, eher, dass du ihn rausbringst.
Well, if he were to do so, the rest of us would be trapped here.
Bet you're all pretty happy he isn't here right now, aren't you?
Whoa, 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 nobody's saying that.
Maybe you aren't saying it, but I know what you're thinking.
Nein, ich denk gar nichts. So, als nächstes kommt wieder die Star Round, wird die jetzt angekündigt. Das weiß ich, das habe ich gesehen. Das weiß ich auch. Ja, das weiß ich auch. Ja, das weiß ich. Ja, weiß ich alles schon. Wirklich interessant. As many times as we want, huh? Kann ich nicht skippen?
So it would seem.
Alright, well, where do we find
Hinter
them?
den weißen Chromatic
Beyond
Doors.
the next set of chromatic doors.
Oh, you found them already?
Yeah, that's right. I forgot to tell you guys. Take a look at the map. Ja, da ist Warehouse B. Und da sind dann die ganzen weißen Chromatic Doors. There are 3 white doors.
White doors, huh?
Ja.
Maybe that's where Quark went.
Ja, alleine ist der wohl kaum durch so eine Tür gegangen, oder?
The warehouse on floor B, you said?
Yeah, but you're not going to be able to get through them until they open. Okay, we've still got more than 80 minutes until that happens.
Damn.
We will need to form groups of colors that can make white.
Time we had a look at all our colors then.
Okay, yeah. Looks like they've been shoveled around again. Looks like ich bin ein blauer Solo, Blue Solo.
I'm a magenta. Pear.
Okay.
As am I.
Okay. Mit euch habe ich schon mal nichts zu tun. Ich müsste mit Grün zusammen, oder?
You and me, huh?
Nee, nicht mit Grün, mit Orange oder sowas müsste ich... Nee, hä? Warte.
Better than Dio, I guess.
You say something?
What color are you?
I'm a green solo. What's with the sigh?
Forget about
Ja,
it.
ihr müsst zusammen oder so. Ja, ihr beide müsst zusammen. Haha. What about you two?
Cyan, pair.
I'm a cyan pair too.
Ihr müsst mit Rot zusammen.
Alice and Luna's bracelets have changed as well.
Warte mal. Ich bin jetzt alleine mit den beiden?
Both of them are yellow pairs.
Then what color is Quark?
He's a red solo.
Ich müsste mit... Warte mal, was war jetzt nochmal meins? Ich war ein... War ich jetzt mal gern? Ich hab's schon wieder vergessen.
In order to open the white doors, you'd normally need, say,
Ja, aber wir haben diese
red,
hier.
blue, and green.
But solos can group together, right?
That's why the pairs are magenta, yellow, and cyan. Magenta is a mix of red and blue. So if you combine magenta with green, you get white.
I see.
Okay then. We just need to get to the floor B warehouse when the doors open, right? I'll be taking off then.
Where do you think you're going?
Anywhere that isn't here. Hanging out with a murderer? Doesn't sound like a good time to me.
Ja, auch wenn du dieser Mörder bist.
The guy who insists on splitting up is usually the first to bite it.
What?
And then again, loners often turn out to be killers.
Just what are you getting at, old man? You think I kill him?
Ja.
Well, maybe, maybe not. But you're pretty damn suspicious.
You trying to start something, you wrinkle old piece of...
Hey, knock it off. We don't actually know one of us is the killer, do we?
We have no evidence of that, no. But we do know that Zero Senior is one of us.
Ja, aber wir wissen nicht, ob Zero Senior überhaupt der Killer ist.
And there is an excellent chance that Zero Senior and the killer are one and the same.
Ja, es ist aber nur eine Chance. Then why did he kill Alice and Luna now? If Zero Senior wanted any of us dead, he could have done it way before this. While we were, I don't know, unconscious, for instance. What's the point of setting up this whole game just to kill off two of our participants halfway through?
Wait, then are you saying there's another person in here somewhere?
It's possible. I think it might be a good idea for us to all look for the killer. Ja, so habe ich das noch gar nicht betrachtet. Welchen Grund hat Zero denn, uns umzubringen?
Well, we gain nothing by standing around here.
Yeah, I've got to find Quark, and soon.
If we're going to search, we should go in pairs this time.
How are we going to pair up then?
I'm not going with Kay. If he decides he feels like snapping me in half, there's not a whole hell of a lot I can do about it.
I'll go with anyone besides Dio.
I don't want to go with Dio either.
Fine. He's hardly my first choice, but I'll take Dio.
What the hell?
Sie opfert sich
Just
auf.
figured that this way we don't have to make this into a huge argument. Besides, I'm gonna be stuck with you once we go through the chromatic doors anyway. No reason to put it off.
I will go with Sigma.
Oh yeah?
Would you prefer someone else?
No, I guess you're okay, auch wenn du mich gerade verraten wolltest.
That leaves me and Clover as a pair then.
Yep.
Looks like we're all set.
We'll take the cyan door on floor A and the blue door on floor B.
Wird es irgendeine Möglichkeit geben, dass wir Kay auch mal sehen halt? Das wird wahrscheinlich die letzte Möglichkeit sein, die ich durchprobiere.
Alright, Clover and I'll take the magenta door and the red door.
That leaves us with the yellow and green doors then. Once we're all done, let's meet in the floor B warehouse, alright?
Got it.
See you later then.
Okay. Also Kay, warum möchtest du unbedingt mit mir zusammengehen jetzt? Warum wolltest du unbedingt mit mir? Das muss ja einen Grund haben. Du scheinst dir ja was davon zu versprechen. Infirmary. Vielleicht willst du mich auch einfach umbringen. There's no one in the infirmary. No Quark and no killer, at least as far as I can see.
Well, there is someone here.
Ja, die old lady.
Technically, at least. The old woman.
Oh, yeah. Akane. She was lying silently on the bed furthest away from us. If it weren't for the blood stains on her chest and arm, her peaceful expression would have fooled most people into thinking she was just asleep. The blood had dried and darkened and now looked like any other stain. That was when I noticed it. Was denn? Oh. Dass sie auch ein Armband gehabt haben muss. Huh? Wait a minute. Look at her wrist.
It seems remarkably clean.
Sie hatte ein Armband? Yeah, for some reason there's no blood on this part.
Maybe she had something on her wrist. A watch, perhaps.
A watch oder ein Bracelet.
Yes.
Und jemand hat von Anfang an ihr Bracelet benutzt.
It was likely removed after she was killed.
Heißt, irgendjemand hat sich in dieses Spiel geschlichen und war ursprünglich nicht mit eingeplant und will Zeros Spiel jetzt zerstören. Ich glaube, dass tatsächlich Zero hier einen Gegenspieler hat und derjenige ist es, der die alte Frau umgebracht hat und sich selbst das Armband umgelegt hat.
That would account for the lack of blood splatter on her wrist.
A watch, huh? I don't know, it just looks like it was kind of white for a watch. Aren't women's watches usually thinner?
You raise a good point. Perhaps it was some kind of jewelry?
Ja, oder so ein Armband, wie wir das haben. Jewelry. You mean like a bracelet or some... So ein Bracelet, genau. Of course! Why didn't I see it sooner? This is the same size and shape as our bracelets. Das heißt, ich würde davon ausgehen, dass sie ursprünglich mal ein Mitspieler sein sollte. Look, it's exactly the same width.
Then that would mean...
Jemand hat ihren Platz eingenommen. She was wearing a bracelet when she was killed. She was a participant, just like us.
Are you sure? This old woman, a player in the nonary game.
Okay. Is something wrong?
Oh, no. Nothing. If you're correct, then where did the thief hide the stolen bracelet?
Um den eigenen Arm herum vielleicht?
We were quite thorough during our earlier search, but I know that I saw nothing. And none of the others reported finding a bracelet either.
Vielleicht, weil niemand das rausposaunen wollte und einer von unseren Mitspielern eigentlich gar nicht hier mit reingehört in das Spiel. Then that means they've been holding on to it this whole time. They've probably still got it.
That would seem likely.
No, wait. If they'd been carrying it around, the sensors in the chromatic doors would have picked it up. Without the right combination of bracelets, the secondary door would never have opened. Es sei denn, es gibt nicht ein Armband mehr, sondern nur eine Person mehr, die diese Person hier ersetzt hat und sich selbst das Armband umgelegt hat.
So our suspect is not only a killer and a thief, but a skilled imposter as well.
What are you saying?
After killing the old woman, they put on her bracelet. In fact, it is entirely possible they are wearing it still. Yes, that would make sense.
So the killer is running around with the old woman's bracelet.
Yes.
And you're telling me they're probably wearing it?
Correct.
Ist es vielleicht Dio?
Do you remember what Zero Jr. told us? Something about how the bracelet will come off if the wearer's heart stops. I don't recall the exact words.
Ja. Und er hat nie was davon gesagt, dass man es nicht wieder anlegen kann.
But in any event, once the old woman had died, her bracelet would have detached, allowing the killer to easily collect it.
Why?
So that they could participate in the nonary game, I imagine.
What?
I suspect the killer was someone who was not originally intended to be a participant.
Genau das habe ich mir auch gedacht.
For whatever reason, however, they were willing to go to great lengths to ensure that they were. To that end, they killed the old woman, who was one of the original participants, and took her place.
Kann es sein, dass Dio deswegen an dem Armband halt diese Spuren hatten, weil das Armband von dieser Frau ist? But why would someone do that?
That?
Weil er uns alle umbringen möchte. Ich glaube immer noch, Dio ist einer, der zu der Dings gehört hat, zu dieser Terroristenorganisation, die den Virus freigesetzt hat und eigentlich die gesamte Menschheit auslöschen wollte. Und Zero ist quasi der Gegenspieler, der einen Teil der Menschheit retten wollte, indem er dieses ganze Nonary Game hier veranstaltet. Und Dio nimmt jetzt hier halt teil, um es von innen heraus zu manipulieren und dafür zu sorgen, dass Zero keinen Erfolg hat.
I have no idea.
Ich aber.
Certainly they must have a goal of some sort. You would have to be mad to choose to come here.
Natürlich, er will die Menschheit auslöschen.
But as to what that goal is, and how the killer intends to achieve it, I'm afraid I do not have even speculation.
That's interesting.
Have you noticed something?
Well, there's blood all over the old lady's arm, except for right here. Since that's where the bracelet was, then the bracelet in the killer stole should have blood on it. Genau.
Right.
But none of us is wearing a bloody bracelet. Irgendjemand hat es weggewischt, aber wir sind doch durch den Rec Room gegangen, wo wir das Sprühzeug haben.
Sigma, please tell me you're kidding. The killer would have, of course, wiped the blood off. Only a fool would walk around with a bracelet covered in blood.
So you're saying they cleaned it?
Yes. Have you discovered something?
Ja, nimm doch das... Genau, Luminol. Okay. I know how we can identify the killer.
Oh?
We just need some of that luminol. It doesn't matter how well they cleaned it. There should be some traces of blood left.
Aha, I see. That could very well work. We should have everyone gather in the rec room then.
Ich bin mir auch sicher, dass der Killer der gleiche Typ ist, der auch die Bomben platziert.
That is where the luminol was, I believe.
Yeah. First we need to finish looking for Quark, though. We've still got the infirmary and everything beyond the green door. Once we're done with that, we can head back to floor B to meet up with everyone else.
Understood. Shall we go then?
Okay. Dann gehen wir doch mal in den Rec Room, oder nicht? Können wir uns dann eine Flasche von dem Luminol mitnehmen und dann gehen wir auf Mörderjagd. There's 3 doors here too.
The same as what we found on the other side of the blue door.
But there's this treatment center. It looks like 2 of them are already unlocked. 2 davon.
So it does.
Wieso 2?
The center and rightmost doors both say open. Perhaps the layout here is different.
Whatever. Let's take the door on the right first. Ich glaube, das sollte gar nicht offen sein, oder? Golem Bay. Der sollte gar nicht offen sein. Wieso ist der hier? Huh? What's this room?
That looks like a workbench of some sort.
Maybe, but what sort of work? Hier können wir den Schlüssel für ihn finden. Well, we're here to find Quark, not look at a workbench. You go check out the far end, alright?
Very well.
Okay, nothing. He's not here either. Hey, Kay. Der Roboter ist auch nicht da. G. Olm ist auch nicht da. How's it going over there? Kay? Can you hear me? Kay was bent over with his back to me, peering underneath the thing that looked like a workbench. What the hell? Der Tresor ist auch offen, ne? I walked toward him as I spoke. Hey man, what's going on here?
Oh, nothing.
I bent down and saw he was staring at something that appeared to be a safe. It's empty.
Yes.
Was there something there in here before? Ja, der Schlüssel für Kay.
No, it was empty when I found it.
Was it?
Yes.
Then what are you doing staring into an empty safe?
I was thinking. Specifically, I was thinking about who opened this
Ja,
safe.
hier war eigentlich keiner von uns drin. Wouldn't that have been the team that went through the green door? Nein, die waren in dem anderen Raum. I think that was Dio, Fi and Clover.
No, that's unlikely. When we met up with Dio, he told us that he had been in the treatment center. The nameplate on this door says this is the Golem Bay, however.
So you're saying they didn't go here?
I believe that is the case. Which, as you can see, is why I was puzzled.
Ich bin auch puzzled. Ich finde das jetzt alles komisch. Och Mann.
If Dio, Phi, and Clover did not open the safe, who did?
Ja, und vor allem wie, weil die Roboter sind alle nicht unten. Hier liegt kein Roboter drauf. Dieses ganze Rätsel ist weg. Es müsste, wenn dann G-Olm selbst gewesen sein. Oder einer von den Leuten, die gestorben sind bis jetzt, ist ein Roboter. Und halt das, was wir als tot gesehen haben, ist einfach nur der Körper quasi. Und das Gehirn ist noch im Mainframe und hat sich einfach ein neues Gehäuse quasi gesucht und ist in G-Olm reingegangen oder so. Aber das macht auch keinen Sinn, weil der kann sich ja von dem Kabel nicht loslösen. Das finde ich gerade sehr verwirrend. Well, there's no point in thinking about it. We should get back.
Yes, there was another unlocked door, wasn't there?
Yep. Let's get moving then. Warum ist das hier offen? Ist schon komisch. Das heißt ja, dass da jemand rausgegangen sein muss. Vielleicht war hier jemand drin, der da rausgegangen ist. Jemand, der den Schlüssel schon hatte. Wer weiß. So, this is the treatment center, huh?
This is the room that Dio visited.
Don't you think that's kinda strange? Until now, all the chromatic doors have led to a single room each. So why are there 2 rooms on the other side of the green door?
An excellent question.
Yeah. We can talk to the others later, I guess, and see if they know anything. Wahrscheinlich wussten die noch nicht mal, dass das offen ist. Kay and I split up and began to look for places where Quark might have hidden or small holes he might have escaped through. Ach, die Qualis. Ja, hier ist aber nichts, ne? Außer dem Bildschirm, huh? What are these?
They must be the treatment pods Dio mentioned.
Vielleicht ist Quark ja in einem davon drin. The window is all covered with frost on the inside. I can't see in.
Shall we open it?
Yes, might as well. Have at it. Open. Da ist Quark drin? Hä? Ja.
What?
Quark. No. Oh no. His bracelet, it's... Oh God. Ist der tiefgefroren?
Hold on, Sigma. Calm down. Look at his chest. Can you see it moving?
What? I quickly pressed a finger on Quark's wrist. It was faint, but his heartbeat was there. He's alive. Das heißt ja, dass jemand Quarks Armband hat. Ich glaube, Dio hat Quarks Armband genommen, sodass er ein Bracelet mit 9 Punkten hat und zusätzlich die Kanone mit dem Neo-Stigmine genommen hat, oder wie das heißt, um selbst rauszukommen. He's alive.
What a relief. I'm so glad to know he's safe.
Dann muss er jetzt auftauen. I laughed out loud and grabbed Kay in a bear hug, or at least as much of one I could manage. He patted me on the back and shared what I thought might have been a relieved chuckle. But if he's still alive, why is his bracelet off? Weil er eingefroren war. Zero Jr. said it would only come off when you died.
Perhaps Zero Sr. took it off?
What? Why?
I have no idea.
Then maybe Zero Sr. brought Quark here and put him in this pot thing too. Well, even if he did, we don't have any way to know why.
This pod is for medical treatment. Perhaps Quark has contracted some sort of illness.
Yeah, Radical 6. He's sick? What has he got?
Well, how would I know that? In any event, we should return and let the rest of our companions know that we found Quark.
Yeah.
I imagine Tenmyoji in particular will be pleased.
Yeah, I bet. Do you think you can carry him or...
No. I believe it would be best to leave Quark here. As I mentioned, there is a chance he has fallen ill. If so, then removing him from the pod would be dangerous. The treatment he is currently undergoing could be compromised.
Okay, den muss aber jemand hier reingepackt haben, während die schon wieder raus waren aus diesem Raum. Oh.
I'll close the pod's cover then.
Weil sonst wäre der ja aufgefallen, der Quark.
Is that all right?
Yeah, sure. Oder irgendjemand hat gelogen. Wait, I just thought of something. Are you sure he's going to be alright?
What do you mean?
Well, what happens if he wakes up? Can he open that thing on his own?
He'll be fine. I noticed a lever inside that can be used to open the cover. So long as no one locks the pod, he should be able to leave whenever he wants.
But if someone locks him in, he's screwed.
Yes, that is what I said, but you needn't worry.
Wir
You
lassen
see,
das so.
I have not engaged the lock.
Okay.
Now, we should return to the Floor B warehouse. I imagine the others are already there.
Right, yeah. Okay, let's go. Wer hatte denn das Armband in dem anderen Zeitstrahl? Irgendjemand hatte ja Quarks Armband. Ich glaube Tenmyoji, ne? Okay. Ich bin einfach nur noch verwirrt.
You're late.
You're one to talk. How much earlier did you get back again? I'd be surprised if you searched at all.
This is it?
Yeah. Clover and Tenmyoji still aren't back.
So, find anything?
Ja, die sind unten angekettet in der Infirmary, ne? Yeah, we sure did.
Yeah? Well, go on, spill it.
Okay. I explained to them how we'd found Quark in the treatment center. Es gibt übrigens genau 9 Endings, deswegen kann ich mir vorstellen, dass es für jeden Charakter ein Ending gibt.
I see. Well, that's good to hear.
Little jerk, making us all worried.
Ja, aber wie ist er da
There's more.
reingekommen?
And that is?
There is still some cause for concern.
Just spit it out.
Quark may have contracted an illness of some sort. As such, he has been left in the treatment pod.
Will he be alright?
Yeah, he'll probably...
Probably? Do you even...
Whatever, at least we found him. Pretty lucky he's alive, too.
What do you mean by that?
I mean what I said, genius. I'm glad he's not dead, aren't you?
As equivocal as ever, I see.
How kind of you to say so.
So, was Quark all you found? The way you were talking made it sound like there was something else.
Ja, der Golem Bay. Yeah, I'll explain that after Tenmyoji and Clover get back. There's something I wanted to ask you about first, though. When you went through the green door, did you search 2 different rooms?
2?
No, just the treatment center.
I see. Then what was the other one?
What do you mean, the other one?
You know, where there's that intersection with these 3 doors? Well, when Kay and I went there, 2 of the doors were unlocked. You guys unlocked the one that went to the treatment center when you went through the green door. But the other one...
Who could have opened it?
Don't look at me. I told you, we only opened the one that went to the treatment center.
Could it have been Zero Senior?
I don't know.
So did you and Kay go through the other door?
Yeah.
What was in there?
Nothing really.
It appeared to be some sort of room for servicing something.
That doesn't make any sense. So what the hell was whoever opened that door looking for?
Who knows? Tja. Und wer war es? Vor allem hat er den Schlüssel von Kay aus dem Tresor genommen. Wollt ihr nicht mal in die Infirmary gucken?
Tenmyoji and Clover are running rather late.
Ja, guckt doch einfach mal in die Infirmary, weil da sind die beiden.
Should we go and look for them?
Ja. No, there's something I want to check first.
It's never easy with you, is it?
Well, let's get it over with.
Mit dem Lumenoil. Willst du Dio entlarven? Jo,
This is the rec room. Dio and I came here earlier when we were looking for Quark.
ich weiß, ich habe das Rätsel hier gelöst.
So why are we here?
Was there something here you needed to see?
Yeah, here. I said nothing and instead made my way over to the cabinet. Inside was the liminal. I reached in and pulled it out, then headed to the light switch and flipped it. The room went dark and I headed back to where the others were still standing.
Whoa, what is this? You gonna start telling ghost stories or something?
Why, you scared of ghosts?
You're kidding me, right?
Then show me how brave you are. Stick out your bracelet. You too, Fi, please.
Our bracelets?
Yeah. I want to see the underside of them.
What do you mean by that?
I mean the side on the bottom. The side that doesn't have the display on it. Come on, you're really gonna make me explain this.
I know what you mean. What I'm asking is what the hell you think you're...
Just do it! It's not hard.
Should I also participate?
No, you're fine, Kay. Your bracelet is a little different from ours. But I'll join in just to make it fair. Okay, und jetzt haben wir das Blut dran. Das wäre ja blöd. There was a brief moment of hesitation before Dio and Fi struck out their arms. I held mine out as well, wrist pointed upward.
This okay?
Yeah. Just hold it like that for a moment. As fast as I could, I pulled the luminol from my pocket and sprayed it across all three of our wrists.
Ugh. Cold. What the hell, man?
Yeah, Dio jerked his arm back with a shout. Don't see anything glowing. Fi's bracelet is clean. So is mine, of course.
That leaves only Dio.
Wait, what are you talking about?
I'll explain in a minute. Just show me your bracelet. It's something wrong. Just show it to me. Ja, Dio ist der Mörder, das wissen wir doch. Come on, Dio, we don't have time for this.
Why do I have to do what you tell me to?
Because I'm trying to prove your innocence.
Oh, like hell you are.
Eigentlich will ich nur beweisen, dass du nicht unschuldig bist.
I don't know what you're looking for, but you're not gonna find it on me.
Then just show me your arm.
No!
Weil du genau weißt, dass ich was finden
You
werde.
don't get to order me around, I have rights!
As he spoke, Dio made a break for the exit. He didn't get far.
I'm afraid I can't let you do that, Dio.
He spun around toward the other exit. Stop him!
Right!
Don't know what you're talking about, but okay.
Niemand mag Dio. Natürlich sind alle gegen ihn. All three of us leapt at Dio. Hey, geil, sogar richtig animiert. I knew it. His bracelet's glowing. Then that means,
Let me go! Get off of me, you fuckers!
dass das Blut von der Old Lady auf dem... Dio, you killed the old lady.
No! You don't understand. This is all some kind of... a mistake.
Nee.
Shit.
What's going on here? I think it's about time you gave us the full story.
As quickly as I could, I explained to Fi what Kay and I had noticed on the old woman's wrist.
So the person with the bloody bracelet would have to be the person who killed her.
Yeah, exactly. Even if they'd wiped it off, I figured the luminol would still react to the blood. Du bist so schlau wie Tenmyoji in dem anderen Zeitstrahl, weil da hat das gleiche gemacht. Looks like I was right. Tja, Dio. Spiel ist aus. We've got you, Dio. You might as well confess. Well...
Alright, fine. You caught me. I did it. I killed the old bitch and took her bracelet.
Why?
Are you Zero?
No.
Nein, er ist Zeros Gegner.
I was under orders. I was sent here to do something.
To do what?
Who gave you this order?
Ja, wahrscheinlich die Terroristengruppe. Und er sollte alle umbringen.
I'll die before I tell you.
So your orders were more important than Alice and Luna's lives?
Oh, whoa, let's not get ahead of ourselves. I killed the old lady, but that's it. I don't know anything about what happened to Alice and Luna.
It wasn't you?
Tread carefully, Sigma.
Ich glaube aber schon, dass er das war.
This man is not to be trusted. He has already shown he is willing to lie and kill.
Come on, I'm telling the truth. You gotta believe me.
Even if we do believe you, you're still a killer.
Wie wär's, wenn wir ihm einfach den Arm abschneiden und den Rest des Spiels ohne ihn weitermachen?
You just haven't killed as many people.
Exactly. He should be restrained somehow. If we leave him be, he may well kill again.
But where would we put him?
Is there a room we can lock or anything?
Ja. Es gibt da das Treatment Center, wo man in dem Pod auch das Ding zumachen kann.
Ah, perhaps we could put him in one of the treatment pods. Once we've locked it, he should be unable to escape.
Oh yeah.
Hey, wait! I'll be good, I promise.
Yeah, I think you're onto something, Kay. Let's go with that.
Come on, please. Hey, listen to me.
Nee, auf dich doch nicht. We'll let you out when the white doors open. Someone's going to need your bracelet to open the secondary door.
Don't fuck with me, you guys. There's no way in hell I'm going in that thing. Let go! Let me go! God damn it! I told you assholes to let me go! You can't do this! Stop!
Doch,
Stop!
wir können das tun.
Please stop! Please! No, you can't! Ah!
Wissen wir dadurch jetzt auch, wer die Bomben gelegt hat? Tjo. Wir hätten ihm natürlich auch gleich den Arm abschneiden können und ohne ihn das Spiel weitermachen können.
Open this fucking thing! I said open it, goddammit!
I don't think so.
Ugh! You're gonna pay for this! When I get out of here, I'm gonna fucking end you!
So, I guess we figured out who the murderer was. And we found Quark.
Now all that's left to do is find Clover and Tenmyoji.
Yeah. Ich weiß, wo
Why
die
don't we
sind.
head back to the warehouse and start from there? They may have already returned.
Good
Let's
point.
go.
Ja, ansonsten gucken wir einfach mal direkt in die Infirmary, oder? Wo sie angekettet sind. Das war wahrscheinlich auch, Also ich glaube mittlerweile nicht mehr, dass Quark irgendwas gemacht hat, weil er wahrscheinlich die ganze Zeit in dem Pod drin gelegen hat. Warehouse B. Sind noch nicht da, weil sie in der Infirmary angekettet sind. Kommt schon. Memento Mori of the Ninth Line at this Huh? Looks like they aren't back yet.
Perhaps they went to look for us.
Oh man. Now we've got to look for them.
How much time until the white doors open?
50 Minuten, okay, das geht ja noch. 50
Then I
minutes.
don't think we really need to hurry yet. Why don't we wait a little longer? For all we know, they're on their way back right now.
Ja, oder ihr guckt einfach direkt in den Infirmary. Can't I not it?
By the way, there was something I wanted to ask you guys about.
Und zwar? Yeah.
Yeah. Quark's bracelet.
Es
When
war
we
nicht mehr
found him in
da.
the pod, he wasn't wearing it.
Yep.
Why?
How should I know?
Presumably, it had been taken off before we found him.
So we have no idea where it is.
Pretty much.
I see. That's not good. Without that bracelet, we won't be able to continue the game.
Tenmyoji hat das. What?
We need 3 bracelets to open the secondary door. If we lose one...
Oh no. We wouldn't be able to go through the secondary door.
Yeah.
Why would be pairing up with Who would be pairing up with Quark?
Quark's bracelet should be a red solo. That would mean he'd be with the cyan pair.
Who's the cyan pair?
Clover and Tenmyoji.
Okay.
The 2 people who are missing.
Ja. Und die auch das Armband haben.
Quark's bracelet is gone, and his 2 teammates have disappeared.
What's going on? Does that mean Clover and Tenmyoji took the bracelets? Wahrscheinlich ja, und ich glaube, dass Dio die auslöschen wollte.
Well, if they found Quark before you did, yeah, there's a good chance they did.
Then why aren't they back yet?
Perhaps they've already gone through the white door.
What? No, that's not possible. The primary doors haven't even opened yet.
Perhaps someone opened one of them.
How?
I don't know, but it's happened before.
No.
Remember the 3 doors on the other
Das
side of
meinst
the
du,
green
ja.
door? Someone made one of them open. Perhaps this is the same thing.
Nee, ich glaube, die sind unten, weil ich das auf dem anderen Zeitstrahl gesehen habe, dass jemand die festgekettet hat. But that's against the rules.
Yes, I know. But if the person opening the doors is Zero Senior, do you really think the rules matter?
Ich glaube eigentlich, dass die andere Tür mit dem Golem Bay von einem der Golems von innen geöffnet wurde. Also man kann ja jederzeit da raus und wieder reingehen, nachdem einmal aus der Tür escaped wurde. Das heißt, selbst wenn die Tür die ganze Zeit zu war und dann sich irgendein Golem da drin aktiviert hat und da rausgegangen ist mit dem Schlüssel, hätte das dazu geführt, dass die jetzt offen ist.
Zero Senior controls the entire game.
So are you saying Clover or Tenmyoji is Zero Senior?
Nein.
It is a possibility. It would explain why they still haven't shown up.
Could they really have taken Quark's bracelet and gone through one of the white doors?
If they did, we won't know where they went until the doors open for the rest of us.
So I would assume.
Okay. This is still all just speculation, though. Maybe we should go look for them again. One of us can stay behind so that we don't miss them if they come back.
Okay, I'll stay.
Sigma and I will go see if we can find them then.
Make sure you get back 5 minutes before the door opens, all right? Oh, and don't forget to bring Dio with you.
Of course. Auch wenn ich den gerne da verrecken lassen würde, aber wir brauchen ja sein Armband. Können wir bitte in die Infirmary gehen? Bitte? Also direkt in die Infirmary. Damit wir, weil ich weiß ja, dass die da sind. Damit wir die retten und dann wird alles gut. Ne, in die Pantry will ich nicht. Ach Mann. This is the pantry.
So it would appear.
Ja, aber das interessiert mich nicht. Die Pantry ist unwichtig. Zumindest jetzt. Well, looks like they're not here.
When we started looking for Quark, they were sent off to search everything beyond the red door, which would have meant this room.
Not gonna do us any good to hang around here, though. Let's head upstairs.
Very well.
Ja, lass uns in die Infirmary gehen. Weil da sind die. Das weiß ich doch. Vielleicht können wir sie hier ja noch retten. Bitte. Dann kriegen wir hier auch mal ein positives Ending raus. Wäre ja schön, wenn es zumindest ein positives Ende gibt. Okay, erstmal in die Lounge. Das ist aber eigentlich gar nicht so wichtig, da reinzugehen, weil ich weiß doch, dass es... Hier ist niemand. Die sind in der Infirmary. Die sind da festgekettet. No one here either, huh? Tenmyoji loves scotch so much I thought we might find him here drinking some. It was around that time I noticed Kay was acting strangely. He was staring at the shelf of alcohol in a way I probably would have described as blankly if I could have actually seen his eyes. Hey, what's up? You want a drink?
Oh, no.
Hat er gerade einen Anfall von dem Virus?
Well, I would enjoy a drink, but this mask...
Right. Sorry, that sucks. Honestly, I'd gotten so used to the suit I'd kind of forgotten you were wearing it. Why the heck did they make you wear that thing anyway? You still don't remember anything?
Well, actually...
Ja. Oh, wird das K-Ende?
I did remember a little.
Really?
Yes.
What did you remember?
My father.
When Dad, you remember that? Did it just pop out of nowhere?
Please, don't joke. This is serious.
So sorry. So you remembered who your father was?
Yes.
What about your mom?
I don't seem to have one.
Also ein Roboter. Oh. So your dad raised you?
Well...
Oder er hat dich gebaut. Kay stopped for a moment, then calmly folded his hands in front of him.
I was raised in the facility where my father worked.
Wieso ist das so ein Hase, der aussieht wie Zero?
He was the only person who worked there, which meant he was the only person I saw until I was older.
Und warum hat er als kleines Kind schon diesen Anzug an?
That had been the situation for as long as I could remember, though, so I never thought it odd.
Vielleicht ist es ja auch gar kein Anzug, sondern dieses künstliche Gewebe, was die Roboter haben. He wouldn't allow me to go near him while he was working, but the only time he wasn't working were times when he was sleeping. As such, the only communication I had was with the education software he'd given me. I supposed I was a fairly expressionless child then. We developed body language to communicate with others and with no one else to communicate with. I suppose it makes sense. Okay. Once I learned to read and write, I began to realize that my situation was not normal. Many of my books mentioned a mother as part of a family, and in several, the mother, father, and children would eat meals together and talk to one another. Soon, I found myself longing for a mother of my own. Someone who would always be with me, who would scold me if I did something wrong. At night, they would read to me before bedtime. If only I had a mother like that, I thought, I would be so happy. So, for the first time in my life, I asked my father for something. He had finished working and, as usual, was making his way toward his bedroom when I stopped him and asked for a mother. He looked at me silently for a long moment before finally responding, "Okay." I remember to this day how happy I was at that moment. Also hat er ihm eine Mutter gebaut. Ich glaube, Kay ist echt ein Roboter oder so. A few moments later, he called me into his laboratory. It was the first time he'd ever done anything like that. My heart was beating quickly as I stepped inside. Standing next to him was a young woman and my hopes soared. But when he said her name, or rather her ID number, they were dashed. He had given me a robot to play the part of my mother. I didn't want a mother that was just a machine who did what a human told her to. When I told my father that, he looked surprised for the first time in my life. Wahrscheinlich, weil du selbst ein Roboter bist und dich selbst dann als Menschen wahrnimmst. Then he frowned, coughed and admonished me for being a whiner. He'd never scolded me for anything before. At first, I was surprised, then angry. Hot tears streamed down my face. My father ordered the robot to take care of me and shooed us out of his lab. The robot was very convincing and she smiled and spoke as if she was a real person, but I refused to answer her and locked myself in my room. You can talk to a robot and it will respond, but in the end you're still talking to a machine, not a person. If that was what I'd wanted, I still had the education software my father had given me. Okay. Das heißt, er ist tatsächlich ein Roboter? Ich meine, er hat ja die Software gekriegt und sowas. When I ignored the robot as it tried to take care of me, it looked sad. It couldn't really be sad, of course. It was only programmed to look that way. A robot's facade of sadness didn't mean anything to me. After that, I stopped expecting anything from my father. We'd never really spoken to begin with, so it was easy enough for me to make sure we never saw one another. I lived my life as if he didn't even exist. Perhaps it seems strange to you that I continued to live with him, but I never considered leaving. Perhaps in the hidden depths of my heart, I longed for a relationship with my father. Everything changed when I was 18. I left my room one morning to find a woman standing outside of it. Und zwar? She was the first human I'd ever seen apart from my father, and I was understandably surprised. Komm, jetzt zeig dir mal ein bisschen weniger verwaschen. For a moment I thought my father had created a new robot, but when I told her that she loved and explained that she had come to help him. As it turned out, she was a very mysterious person. She was much older than I was, but something about the way she behaved was almost girlish. She would tell me stories about the world outside in such a way that I was never sure if she was telling the truth or making up fantastic lies. Vielleicht war sie wirklich ein Roboter, aber schon ein bisschen weiterentwickelt. Und zwar so, dass du sie nicht mehr von einem Menschen unterscheiden kannst. Also ein Golem quasi. Ist der Vater von... kann es sein, dass der Vater von Kay die Golems gebaut bzw. erfunden hat und dass er dann entsprechend Zero wäre? Ultimately though, the truth didn't matter. I love her stories. She wasn't helping my father directly with his research, so I spent most of my days with her. Before long, I discovered she'd known my father when he was young. She told me stories of how he'd fallen in love as a younger man, and I began to imagine the person he'd fallen in love with had been her, and that she was, in fact, secretly my mother. After she settled with us, our long-established routine began to change drastically. Ich glaube aber schon, dass sie trotzdem Roboter ist und diese Erinnerung nur einprogrammiert gekriegt hat. First, we started to eat together. Before then, I had never shared a meal with anyone in 18 years. She scolded me for my table manners, or more accurately, the lack of thereof. If I was going to eat with others, she said, I would need to be more polite. Having eaten alone for my entire life, manners had never been something I'd even thought about. My father got in trouble too when he made the mistake of reading through research papers during dinner. The look of surprise and embarrassment on his face made me burst into laughter. I couldn't remember the last time I'd shared a laugh with my father. It might have been the first time. The room we considered our living room changed too. Before it had just been another room, but she made it comfortable. After we finished our dinner, I would sit on the sofa and relax with her and my father. Those times were the ones I cherished the most. Das ist bestimmt irgendwas Wichtiges, was er gerade erzählt. Das hat bestimmt auch was mit der Gesamtstory zu tun. Bestimmt ist seine Mutter wirklich so ein Golem oder so. Und seine erste Mutter hatte eine ID, deswegen, also den Roboter, den derjenige gebaut hat, wir brauchten ja für das Passwort eine ID und ein Passwort. Ich weiß nicht, ob wir da eventuell von seiner Mutter oder so, also von dem Roboter, die ID brauchen. Das könnte nämlich gut sein, wenn sein Vater wirklich Zero ist. For a little while every day I got the family I'd longed for ever since I was a child. At her suggestion, I started to help with my father's research. Irgendwie sieht das genauso aus wie das Laboratory, wo wir schon mal drin waren, oder? He specialized in genetic engineering and I discovered I had an interest in it as well. Time faded away as I lost myself in research. Now that we were working and studying together, my father and I had a great deal to talk about. For the first time in my life, we began to speak with one another like a father and son. Whenever I impressed him with something I had learned, I felt a surge of happiness, and it drove me to study even harder. My days felt full, right, and meaningful, but most importantly, I was happy. 4 years passed in the blink of an eye, until one day I happened to overhear my father and the woman speaking in the laboratory. Können wir irgendwen davon wiedererkennen? Also von hinten gesehen könnte das auch die Old Lady sein, oder? Their tone was serious, so I listened closer, curious to know what they were talking about. That was when I heard her say that she planned to give her life to achieve their goals. It was clear that she wasn't being metaphorical. She would have to die. I was in shock. The research I had thrown myself into would lead to her death. I asked my father to stop his research immediately. He refused to listen. She agreed with him. She told me that she had been prepared for what she had to do since the day she came to our facility. My father had known about it from the beginning as well. Kann es sein, dass die da gerade an Excelovir forschen? Weil es hieß ja, es gibt ein paar, die dagegen immun sind und jetzt wollen die aus ihrem Blut oder so Excelovir herstellen, aus ihren Antikörpern und dadurch stirbt sie oder so? My father had known about it from the beginning as well. Angry and disappointed, I began to investigate what exactly the research I'd been helping with was working toward. Perhaps, I thought, I could figure out a way to keep her alive. I discovered much more than I'd bargained for. To begin with, I learned that the ultimate success of my father's research would require a good deal of sacrifice. And I also learned that my own existence was just another part of his project. I had been created to function as my father's spare. If he died during his research, I was intended to continue it in his place. Das heißt, er ist ein Roboter, der gebaut wurde, um den Platz einzunehmen. I was stunned. I was furious with my father and with her, and even with the research I'd poured myself into for 4 years. There was only one thing to do: destroy the facility and end my father's horrible research once and for all. I made plans to destroy the main reactor, and with it the entire facility. But she saw right through me. My father was livid, and locked me in my room until his research was complete. All I could think of was how I might stop him. She did her best to convince me that I'd misunderstood, that everything would be fine. As much as I wanted to believe her, I remembered in the back of my mind that she had been the one who pushed me to become involved in my father's research. Had that been an earnest desire to give me something to do with my life? Or... Still, I couldn't bring myself to hate her. She had given me a reason to live. Even if she had conspired with my father to mold me into his replacement, the warmth she'd shown me had been real. She'd made me feel as if I had a real family, and that was something I wouldn't have given up for the world. I pleaded with her to leave, but she quietly shook her head. Voll die tragische Geschichte eigentlich. Aber wofür wollen wir sie jetzt stellen? Kriege ich jetzt endlich mal die Bestätigung, dass es hier darum geht, Excelovir zu erforschen oder so? There was someone very special to her, she told me. He had saved her life once, and she felt her death would help to repay that favor. She would have liked nothing more than to marry him and live a happy normal life together, but she couldn't. For his sake, she said, and for the sake of the future she had wanted, she was determined to see my father's research succeed. I realized then that although she was the most important person in my life, there was someone more important than me in hers. She tried to explain that beyond what we could see was a future where no one would have to die, but I refused to listen. What good was a potential future to me? It was what I had now that I wanted. I couldn't stand to think that she would give her life for a man I'd never even seen. Vielleicht meint sie deinen Vater damit. So I shut myself off from the world. Perhaps that is why I lost my memory. Okay. haben wir doch noch was über Kay erfahren. Kay let out a deep, tired sigh.
I'm sorry. I lost track of time.
It's
Not
okay.
having any memories is less than desirable, but it could be argued that regaining them is almost more taxing.
So you remember almost everything.
No, the details are still indistinct, especially more recent events.
Huh?
Sigma, I'm sorry, but would it be all right if I laid down for a bit?
What's wrong?
I don't feel very well. It must be because I remembered so much so quickly. My head feels like it's going to explode.
Are you okay?
Yes. I think I just need to rest.
Ja, dann leg dich hin. Okay. Take as long as you need. I'll go for Clover and Tenmyoji
I'm
myself.
sorry. Thank you.
Ja, geh in die Infirmary. Kay lowered himself heavily onto the red sofa in the corner of the room. Well, guess I'd better get moving then. Das sieht irgendwie lustig aus. Ich weiß nicht wieso. Komm. Infirmary. 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 I stepped out of the room and nearly ran into Phi. What are you doing? You're supposed to be waiting back in the warehouse.
Yeah, I know. I just decided to go check on you guys. I waited a long time and nobody showed up. Judging by your face, you haven't found them either. Damn. Where's Kay?
He's in the
You
lounge.
decided to split up?
Well, not quite. Instead of waiting for my answer, she opened the door to the lounge and walked in. Und jetzt ist er gar nicht mehr da, oder wie? Oder liegt er dann noch?
What's up with him?
I guess he's not feeling too well. He said he wanted to rest
Is he
for a
alright?
bit. I think so. We should leave him alone right now, though. Remember, there's a real person inside that suit. I'm sure he's just tired.
Tired, huh? How are you feeling? I feel tired just looking at you. Your face is like a week-old sock.
Really? Well, I guess I'd be lying if I say I wasn't a little exhausted. I mean, all of a sudden I wake up trapped in some weird-ass game and then dead bodies start turning up. Honestly, I'm amazed I've managed to hold on to my sanity for this long. Just about everything here makes absolutely zero sense. Haha, zero. The more I try and figure any of it out, the more I feel like my brain is just going to melt and run out my ears. You know what I'm talking about, right? We managed to figure out who the killer was, but there's still 100 other questions we have no idea about. Where the hell are we? Why are we even here? What's this whole nonary game thing for? And what is Zero Senior up to? Hell, how about who Zero Senior is? The rabbit said he was one of us, but... Ich verstehe einfach immer weniger auch, ne? You think it's
Who
Dio.
knows?
Besides, we still don't know why Dio killed them. He said he was ordered to do it, but ich glaube auch, dass Dio die Bomben platziert hat. And there's more, too. What about the old lady? Who is she? What's her deal? Hell, what are any of our deals? I don't know jack shit about anybody here. I don't even know anything about you, Phi.
Are you serious? You can't honestly suspect me, can you?
No, that's not
I'm
it.
just like you. I was kidnapped on December 25th and brought here too.
She trailed off. Was? You heard that right?
Yeah, it came from the hallway.
Let's go have a look. Hört ihr jetzt, wie die da rumkreischen da in der Infirmary vielleicht? Oder was?
There's nobody here.
Maybe they got on the
Let's try
elevator?
hitting the button. If the door doesn't open immediately, then we'll know the elevator's downstairs.
Okay, irgendjemand ist nach unten gefahren. Aber wir waren hier die ganze Zeit bei Kay, also kann es nicht Kay gewesen sein.
Thought so.
Let's go. Ist Dio irgendwie ausgewacht? Oder Quark? Ist Quark aufgewacht? Aber warum sollte Quark hier hochkommen und dann wieder runterfahren? Oder ist ja doch noch wirklich jemand, den wir nicht kennen, dabei? Oh Mann, langsam wird die Zeit echt knapp. Which way? Where do you think they went?
Let's just head for the green door.
Why?
Because the treatment center's there. That's where Dio and Quark are.
So?
You aren't worried?
Doch, ich glaube, einer von
I
beiden
just want
könnte
to
auch
make sure
so
they're
sein.
safe.
Ja, und dass Quark noch da ist? They're fine. Tenmyoji or Clover probably made that noise. Well, maybe both of them. But I don't think they'd hurt Quark or
Are
Dio.
you sure? Dio admitted to killing the old woman, but he still insists that he didn't kill Alice or Luna. What if he's telling the truth?
Are you serious? You're gonna believe
Doesn't
him?
matter. I just want to know if they're safe. No harm in being careful.
Ja. Alright, fine. Also auf zum Treatment Center. Und dann können wir gucken, ob die noch da sind. Guck mal, willst du nicht auch mal bei Golem Bay vorbeigucken? Oder hast du da schon mal reingeguckt jetzt? Jo. Das ist immer noch verschlossen, wie es aussieht. Und das ist immer noch geschlossen. Also das ist verschlossen, das ist geschlossen. We headed to the first part. I cracked it open the top and lifted it back. So, und ich habe eben die Flowchart gesehen. Wir sind immer noch hier. Das geht hier noch ewig lang weiter. Ich dachte jetzt, wir kommen hier gerade auf dem Weg zu irgendwie einer Art Ending oder sowas, weil wir die ganzen Sache mit K jetzt erfahren haben. Und dann landen wir hier jetzt demnächst beim K-Ending. Aber das sieht so aus, als ob es hier echt noch ganz schön lange weitergeht. Und deswegen sage ich an dieser Stelle, sehen wir uns beim nächsten Mal wieder, wenn wir in den Pod reinschauen. Bis dann, Leute. Ciao.